Hello and welcome to the Cavern of Terror.
Urban Legends Bloody Mary stars Kate Mara, Robert Vito, Tina Lifford, Ed Marinero, and is directed by Mary Lambert. This sequel differs from the first two Urban Legends films by being the first entry in this series to focus on one urban legend, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary strays away from the previous college setting by taking place in a high school this time around. In 1969. 69. Well, at least for the opening act. This scene actually turns out to be an urban legend told by Samantha Owens to her friends at a slumber party. Who's ready for a pillow fight? Late into the night, the girls are kidnapped. A couple days later, the girls return and people start dying. Okay guys, I'll admit it. I like to compare certain things to Supernatural. Bloody Mary takes this to a whole other level. The acting is similar, along with the cinematography, the score, and subject matter. The only thing that's really missing here is this. I love how they mention the first urban legend and final cut here. It's a really nice homage. Come to think of it, the subtitle, Bloody Mary, is a callback to the '98 original film. Check this out. Bloody Mary. They even continue with the Pam Grier references, but they're not accompanied by Loretta Devine's Reese character. In part 3, we get a new character with Tina Lifford's Grace Taylor, but for me personally, I think it would have worked better if they would have brought Reese back for the third installment, instead of introducing a new character. It would have been cool to see her in all 3 films and get to see a little bit of her origin story. If Reese would have been in all 3 films, we would have had a hard-boiled, badass recurring character to help the protagonist throughout the sequels, sort of like Dr. Loomis from the Halloween series. Kate Mara does well in the role of Samantha. She follows in the footsteps of Jennifer Morrison's Amy character, and she's just misunderstood. Apparently movie characters have feelings or something. Either way, I have to hand it to this movie. They made it all the way to number 3 and they still had a strong lead. Even though Bloody Mary focuses on one urban legend for the main story, there's plenty of references to other urban legends sprinkled throughout this film, like the hanging dog, a severed finger in a bottle, and stolen kidneys. Okay, so I have to tell you about this song. There's a certain song that plays when Bloody Mary attacks, and it's creepy. Do you guys remember what I said in my Final Cut review where I said Scott Derrickson co-wrote that film? Bloody Mary is co-written by Dan Harris and this guy, Michael Dowdy. You know, the guy that brought us these. I couldn't do this review without talking about the editing. There are some strange choices that I just couldn't get behind. They went a little bit like this. They even used the same shot of Kate Mara screaming twice. You bitches! You bitches! Sorry with the cage, I had to do it. What is with all these movies and spiders? Can we move on from the spiders, please? One thing I was actually really disappointed with this sequel was Bloody Mary herself. Mary is a supernatural killer. Don't even think about it. I already gave you your clip. You get 1 clip per review. Anyway, Mary is a supernatural killer, and she doesn't really have to be on screen for the kills. But I couldn't help but like the makeup that they used for her post-mortem look. Long story short, they had a really cool killer with a lot of potential, but she just wasn't on screen enough. In the end, guys, I'm gonna have to give Urban Legends Bloody Mary a Part 3s in horror are iffy to say the least. In the case of the 3rd film in the Urban Legends series, I actually kinda dug this one. Yeah, it's like an hour-and-a-half long episode of Supernatural without Sam and Dean, but it's still fun. And I actually like the fact that they went into an anthology direction with this series. They didn't paint themselves into a corner by doing just another slasher movie. Taking the series in this direction separates this film from the first two, giving it its own identity. The plan was actually to continue with this anthology direction and do a fourth film, Urban Legends: The Goldfield Murders. But the rights were muddled and that film was released a few years later, separate from this trilogy. Alright guys, that has been my review of Urban Legends: Bloody Mary. Yet another trilogy has been reviewed. What did you think? Let me know down in the comments down below. If you haven't seen my reviews for Urban Legend and Urban Legends Final Cut, don't worry. I'm going to make a playlist. I'm going to add those two reviews in this one so you guys can watch the Urban Legend Review Trilogy. As I said in my last couple of reviews, if there's any slasher series that you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments down below. If you're new to this channel and you like my content and you want to see more of it, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell button, you'll get notified about all my videos, plus it helps me out and I appreciate it. But with that said, I'm Zach, this has been the Cavern of Terror. Stay metal, my friends. Guys, Bloody Mary takes it to a whole nother level. Whole other level. Whole napa level. Guys, remember